Oof.
I like this new with Slardar, where you have a jump, double stun.
Team ban.
And like Blightstone on Granny as well.
Dire team ban.
Oh, they didn't pick Tiny's ban. Tiny and Meepo ban. Yeah, boy.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
What's next? OGC against aggressive. Oof.
What's next? OG seed against?
Aggressive.
Radiant team
Lil's
ban.
team.
Lil, yeah.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Okay. 5 seconds. Welcome back, everyone. Here we are with game 2 of this series in the group stage between Nigma and Viking. And if you hadn't noticed, Viking 1-0 to the good in this best of 2. It's the group stage here for the ESL1 Los Angeles Major. I'm Gareth, joined by Lacoste. And Lacoste, it's a bit of deja vu here. You know, we watched True Sight. We saw TI with Nigma picking Tidehunter for mind control over and over again. And they've grabbed him up a Slardar for the second game in a row.
Sometimes being stubborn is good, as goes for TI Grand Finals last year. I don't think that's the case, but Slaughter as a hero. I just don't feel like you should be first picking him because there are responses to it. I like what the Viking did in the first game. Seems like they're doing the exact same thing in the second one. Put the Lash against them.
Dire team pick.
Having a matchup where you have Slaughter against melee hero is much better. Alright, alright. So a little bit of cheese added once again. Instead of Meepo, who's banned out, now they have Huskar. Oracle, good against the Batrider, and magical damage from Lich, from Lashrak, also has a built-in disarm against Huskar.
10 seconds remaining.
You also have
one
Nyx
of the
against
things that-
Batrider.
Dire team ban.
Yeah. Next Assassin, great against Bat. This Lashrak, uncontrollable damage, so it's gonna be pretty easy to stun people. Also, Nyx Assassin has a built-in break with his ulti against the Huskar, which is kind of a big deal.
And they do have minus armor as well. They've got the Corrosive Haze, they're going to have physical damage, and a bit more from
10
Razor.
seconds remaining.
I'm just wondering here if Razor potentially is what Nigma feel is a counter to Huskar, you know, with the damage drain, but also the fact that Razor is a pretty fast BKB buyer. You know, you don't need a really primary item. You can go straight from, you know, treads or phase into a drums or something, and then BKB. So you are ready to fight. You're ready to really turn the tides of battle and continue whacking into Huskar, like you said, with, you know, disarm and saves and everything they've got. It's a
10
pretty decent pick
seconds
for them.
remaining.
As Viking yet again removed the Bloodseeker.
5 seconds.
Even with Slog back,
remaining.
like Slog was banned in the last game as well. They still banned this Bloodseeker out.
Yeah, seems like they are having trouble playing against Bloodseeker in general.
Nigma with their final ban. What are we looking for? So I'm kind of assuming here Boom will be the Huskar mid. Give Toby the Batrider again. Celery Lich. Lesh is still a little bit flexible though, right? Could swing one way or the other. Not entirely sure where that lad is heading. Could be 4, could be 1. Could even put the Batrider into a support position if you're really desperate to do so. But right now I think Viking lacking a way to really control a team fight. They've got good single target from Bat, they've got good magic damage from Huskar, Lesh, Lich, but they don't have great ways of stunning or stopping Nigma from what they're doing.
They could swap Lashrak to off lane and put something else on the safe lane. They still have the last pick, so they can adjust accordingly. But I like Nigma's draft way more in this game. They have the answers, especially liking the Nyx Assassin as a counter to Lashrak and Batrider.
Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Stampede. Oh, hello. Medusa. Well, first of all, the Centaur ban, really nice. You know, stop the Stampede to mess up with the Razor static link, the initiation from Nyx and Slardar, another saving mechanism, or initiate. Like, I wanted initiation, stuns, control. That Centaur would have been a beautiful pick for Viking.
I think you need any kind of Diffusal Blade carrier. Slark's still in a pool, not the greatest matchup against the Slardar. And shift Lashrak to the side lane. Is there anything else? Phantom Lancer is still available.
The Gyrocopter, you know, if you're Topson, just buy Diffusal Blade. Okay, Diffusal Blade Huskar. Let's go, dude. That's what we're gonna see. It's coming.
You can get Terrorblade as well. Build the Diffusal. I mean, it's not necessarily a must-have, but it's definitely a plus.
I've got a decent amount of time to think about it. So Medusa, Razor, 2 heroes that can handle the Huskar pretty nicely. Is this a change in... It definitely feels like a change in tempo, but a change in tact from Nigma as well. This Medusa hard carry, but very much a timing hero. You know, 25 minutes in, you're looking for your first real big item and a half or so. You know, you've got stats to build up, move towards your, I guess, Manta Style or Skadi, whatever it may be, as quickly as you can.
Surprised that the Medusa was not picked in the previous patch where there was no limits to neutral items. You just get 3 items planted on Medusa, but they decide to go with Omni Knight. So they have a saving ability for Huskar, gives him extra strength, status resistance. I've been all day about mana burn, and now Nigma picks Medusa and Nyx Assassin. I'm getting the vibes like a year and a half ago when these 2 heroes were extremely popular, playing against heroes like a Tide Hunter, who was also popular back then, where he doesn't have mana to use his Ravage. No matter how you itemize, unless you get a BKB, you're gonna get your mana burn.
What are the lanes gonna be? I guess We goes mid against the Huskar.
No, they're gonna put Medusa, I assume, since they picked Omni Knight, so you want to have Razor against Omni.
True.
It's a good matchup for both of these heroes on the side lane, safe lane, on Nigma's side. The question is, who's a better laner against Huskar? They picked Razor as a so-called counter to Huskar. When he gets on top of him, steals the damage, so he's not going to be that effective. Still, I would prefer to have Razor on the safe lane and Medusa on mid.
And they did switch the Batrider into the 4 role here, so Celery 5 on the Lich, Toby will be the offlane. Omni Knight, Shad again, the kind of pos one on that Lesh. GH and Mind Control. It's a Nyx Assassin Slardar dual lane if they want to run it that way. We'll get ourselves into game and find out how they set out their pieces, figure out the lay of the land. Here in game 2 of this best of 2. It's group stage time. Nigma lost game 1. Not a great start for them. They're up against another cheesy pick, the Huskar, in game 2 here after losing to the Meepo earlier on. Viking probably feeling pretty good about this. Adrenaline pumping, morale boosted. Taking down Nigma like that. Boom probably very happy with his performance. Let's see if he can continue riding that wave through this game now. Weehar's Razor is going in towards mid, and Miracle's going bottom. I'll scout out the lanes and see what they're dealing with here. I feel like I agree with you though in the way that they should be setting things up.
Let me just look at the attack range. Razor 475, Medusa should have 600. Yeah, 600 it is.
Razor's damage, 54 on Dusa, 55. Yeah, pretty close in the damage as well. Quelling Blade up on Toby with a Windlace. So it looks like he feels he's going to be against the Razor as well. He's gone for Windlace. Trying to run away from Razor. Top bounty rune. Looks like it will be placed that both teams contest. A 3v3 about to kick off. GH not leveling anything up just yet, hiding away behind the single tree, but he has been scouted. Bat, Lesh, Lich, running down the ramp. As Mind Control controls the rune. Oh no, he's run off to try and get a kill. Aramis will take the rune, but they're going to lose their Lesh now, potentially. Kuroki, Fortune's End on cooldown for another 5. And Shad, Speedy Disco Pony, gets away thanks to sticky napalm stacks being built up on those two melee heroes.
Well, bottom lane's gonna get free farmed for Medusa anyway, unless they decide to get tri-lane going on top, tri-lane against tri-lane, and then Omni Knight can creep skip, manipulate the creep wave. Still, Medusa will get the farm out of it.
And they will keep that Razor in the mid lane against Huskar. So, Mind Control being tri-laned around. Definitely a change in tact here from Nigma, giving the Slardar a much better start.
Interesting item, skill build from Boom on the mid lane. Inner Fire level 1.
Secure range creeps.
He wants to have a knockback against the static link. Pretty smart.
Yeah, that's really clever. He didn't go for boots or anything first. He has them queued up now. Very intelligent little shift in play there. Tri-lane continues up top. They start off for the Fortune's End. They should have a crush. They have a bash. They've got the charges ready. Impale, perfect from GH, but Mind Control can't close the gap fast enough. Has to turn. Needs to fight. He can't run. He can't hide. He doesn't have a crush here either, and no magic stick. He's in so much trouble. First blood yet again spilt by Viking onto Mind Control, and Aramis just keeps the sticky napalm stacks going. He dodges the Impale, and he gets another one. 2 for nothing in this top lane for Viking. Beautiful stuff.
Yes, you have Oracle as a, what do I call it, counter to a Batrider, but it's a tri-lane, so you can't use it on everyone. Which means that at least one hero will get the extra stacks, and that's gonna be the target. The one who's purged, they will instantly swap it.
Yeah, and it feels like Kuroki needs to be using it as an initiation tool. Unfortunately here, though, a great splitter from Shad stops them in their tracks. And again, sticky napalm across 3 heroes, like you're saying, an absolute nuisance for Nigma to be dealing with. In top lane, looks like they will reset, just fall back a little bit. Celery and Aramis both pretty low on mana. So we'll take a look, down to bottom lane. Miracle has been bullied back by Toby, but the arrival of Kuroki will try and put an end to the shenanigans down here, as a 9 for 1 Omni, 10 for 1 Medusa, pretty evenly trading farm.
If Omni can close the gap, he can harass Medusa. Medusa 280 with Windlace. Omni Knight has 322. Very interesting number.
Oh, crap, Mind Control. See you, buddy. Looking at this Invis Huskar in the mid lane. Okay, he's not going to mess around with Weed too much. Static Link is now back up. We will go for this. Shouldn't be able to kill the Huskar here. Or maybe with a plasma field, and the final hit comes through. Barely scrapes away with a kill. Really well done by Wee, but overstepping that Huskar for sure.
Also Toby with Ace. All right, Toby dives at the bottom lane.
Oh yeah, win lace for Razor.
And this mid lane's not going well. Huskar 4-1, Razor 16 and 12. So Aramis comes mid, tries to help him out. Can they dive? It's a lot of damage. Do you think we should have like fire that? We had that, right?
We had that for like 2 days or something, right? I was so excited, like, oh yeah, Cinder Brew, and I can use Sunstrike on Cinder Brew, and there's fire damage and elemental damage. Like, no. This game is complicated enough as it is.
It was cool while it lasted.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun. So back to dual lanes now. GH and Mind Control 2v2 against the Lesh and Lich. Huskar, you know, the help of the Batrider was there. Aramis now out of mana again, but he's got a bottle and he's just spamming mangoes. I want to see how many mangoes. He's bought like 10 mangoes. This
Top
Batrider,
lane, Gary.
Hello, top lane. Hello, Shad. He's fine. He's fine.
You didn't even bother with the camera.
I did. I moved. I watched. I looked. Huskar with boots. What's the move speed now? 3-1-1 against 3-3-6. So Huskar, you know, a little bit ahead. As bounty runes, 10 seconds to spawn. Right ahead, down south with Nyx and Slardar controlling both of the northern ones. Really here, the Dire team need to get a couple down in the bottom part of the map, especially to refill the bottle on the Batrider. GH though stepped a little bit too far forward. Edict is there, tickling him away. Shad and Celery put him to an end.
Lesh is such a great hero with setting up things at the safe lane or side lane, having the extra ability to slow down. If you have anyone that gets on top of him, Flashrock didn't even have boots to close the gap, but if someone just oversteps their boundary, more than enough.
And Raze with 25 and 17. Medusa 30 and 11. Nigma are just completely out-farming their opponents in this one. Like, Slardar has the same CS as Huskar. Definitely not what Viking were expecting or hoping for.
One thing that worries me is these heroes don't build into BKBs that early on, and there's no way to itemize against the mana burn. Mystic Snake, man, Mystic Snake on level 15. This Medusa is getting a lot of levels, plus 25 mana gain. Also mana burn will be up and running a bit later, since you just want to max the other spells.
Mind Control doesn't connect that crush. Split Earth does land, but Kuroki yet again here to bail his team out and maybe a bonus kill. Cherry on the top will be this Lich if they can find him. Purifying Flames is ready and it snubs him out. Celery actually the one to get the final touch as, oh, hey, baby, we kills off Aramis. Looks like the Batrider went for an aggressive play there. Huskar back in the jungle, but we just says thank you very much.
Even close. And Razor's sitting at 3, almost 400 HP, 11 magic wand charges, plus a fairy fire. Someone needs to go back to school, do the math. Alright, disarm V.
Weehar must be absolutely chuckling to himself. Gifted. Absolutely gifted. 2 kills on a silver platter. Batrider and then Huskar, one by one, they go rolling on into the bank account of Wee's Razor. My goodness gracious me.
Sometimes you don't even have to gank. The people just do weird stuff and they die.
Let the gank come to you.
Exactly.
Top lane again. Here's the setup we've been waiting for. Crush only onto the Lesh though. Mind Control very low on HP. And GH, good save. That Fate Edict buys time through the magic damage of Shad, but the physical of the Edict will finish him off. And the Courier, one hit, not gonna get it. Kuroki though will be the target of choice as they switch across to the Oracle. Smoke, a wand, a stick, a fairy fire. Oh goodness, he's got Fate Edict. He's got a heal. He's gonna run back behind the tower. He's ticking down, but he's all right. Kuroki and Mind Control will survive. Oh god, don't step forward. Lich has Frost Blast level 2. Flame Break it again up onto you. Kuroki turns, gets the Fortune's End, gets the kill. Celery was expecting that on 2 match. Stun from GH. Mind Control's there to continue on forward, but Shad will be all right to fall back and away.
Gary, what is going on in this game? People are diving too much, dying too much, whatever you want to call it. Mid lane, V. Huskar need to be careful about his positioning. With the Windlace, Razor has move speed advantage, 4 points in static link.
Genuinely no idea. Toby trying to help out his Huskar, but does it really matter when this Razor is ripping you apart? And one by one, yet again, Wee is just given kills. Celery might be a triple for him. Fortune's end, the raindrops pop, but in comes Lash, and Wee will be stopped at long last, put to an end, and Kuroki's gone a bridge too far. Deep, deep, deep. No way. He can't. The cost?
No, or I was just waiting. Lash was fake pumping the stun couple of times. Oh, Fate's Edict can't save you against that.
That is true.
We're gonna talk about Medusa, Gary, for a very long time. Let's check what she's doing. 63-15, level 8, 4 points in split shot, so she can just go back to jungle, give the space to anyone who needs it on the lane.
Razor sees the Huskar bottom and is like, oh, right. I'm going to come down here and play. And Miracle tells him to get out of his lane. He wants the full farm rotation. Looks like it'll be Treads into Manta for Miracle's Medusa for now. Or Toby. Static Link with a lot of damage. Plasma Field, but no continuation. The stuns and supports, they're off wandering elsewhere. Celery gets spotted out by MC. Frost Shield's gonna keep him pretty safe. Mind Control, if he gets another, like a bash here and another crush, can he do it? Fortune's End will definitely secure this one. As soon as he gets on the tower, Kuroki steal it! No. Gives it to Mind Control, allows him to take the kill, and there is nobody to stop him. No one's TPing top tier 1. Batrider's lurking deeper to try and get bounty runes.
A lot of pressure on the bottom tower from Edict. Yeah, there's no way they're defending this one.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Nigma's lineup will excel at 20-25 minute mark once Medusa gets 1 to 2 items. Razor is already having an extremely good time.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
GH. Invis rune. Still not level 6, but he spots the Huskar, and this is where we wants to be. Hunting Huskar, but a good Chain Frost actually bouncing in between the Nyx and Razor allows Boom a little bit of distance. Celery's going to take another couple of cracks of the whip from Wee, and there we go. Lich finally falls. Wee, with the help of the creeps, will get past the tower, not getting aggroed upon, but Boom with a life ray forward does close the gap, pushes Razor back, and Shad secures a dominating streak for himself.
That's a lot of XP for those two. And they have 2 abilities to push them out. They have Flame Break and what's this one called? I always forget. Inner Fire. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower
Sounds
is
up
under
a little
attack.
bit. Miracle. Jungle time. Their one has gone. Not as safe down there as it once was. I know, a 1v1 man battle between Toby and Mind Control. The rest of Nigma coming up to join the squad. Kuroki still only level 5, but they're gonna go diving. Impale, not quite on the mark, but the Carapace connects onto the Lash with a big mana burn there, and the heals and saves from Kuroki keep Mind Control up. Means that the dive continues, but the Lash has so much damage output. Blown up completely, Wee is gone, and well, that Oracle can't stand up against it either. Good rotation and great reactions from Viking.
They're very limited on the tower damage at the moment. Also, I believe there was some kind of miscommunication or people are not paying attention. Oracle was still level 5. We went really deep inside, and I mean, you're trying to go on the Lash who's hiding in the jungle in those juke spots with Edict and Pulse Nova running. Yes, you had a good start, but you also need to start thinking about your defensive items. He has Boots of Travel right now, can be anywhere on the map. Okay, GH, bottom lane. They're trying to set things up. Apparently it got cancelled, or he misclicked. Razor was leaping to the bottom lane.
Oracle will come out to the outpost now. GH, Carapace, goes for the stun. They've got Lesh cheaping in behind though. Shad is here, and they've got a lasso with the magic damage of Lesh. Chad says absolutely not. You stop this right now. We and Kuroki just couldn't get there in time. And Kuro is still level 5.
Apparently, Lashrak's boots of travel are working. It should have been the opposite, like Razor should have TP'd there and they could have killed at the Batrider with the setup from Nyx Assassin. And I love the build on Nyx, 4 points in carapace.
Yeah, I mean, against Lash and Batrider, right, it's pretty damn good. Toby. Working on Vlad's after the arcane boots. Pretty slow going for these two offlaners, right? Slardar is yet again working on his hood into Pipe Rush, it looks like. Seemingly the kind of tactic they're going for. Slardar, get Pipe, get Blink, be that tanky frontliner who just gets up in the face of your opponents as much as possible.
Medusa, Rapier queued up. What up?
No, really?
I don't think he's gonna go for it. There's no reason for a Rapier as your second item.
I mean, that's a big power play. Wait, GH just solo... Oh, Huskar was low HP farming jungle. GH just finds him. Oh, Kuroki's hit level 6 at long last. Manta for Miracle. Pop out the illusions, push out some waves. Bounty runes coming up again. Shad shows its face. Kuroki doesn't want to kick things off with just Miracle here. Yet again, all of their real team fight is elsewhere. Mid lane, top lane, the big stuns. And Weed Razor farming back in the jungle. Boots to travel up for him and going for drums. I would definitely expect bots, drums, BKB here for Razor, right?
I think it's a bit too late to go for drums right now. Since you already have Boots of Travel, move speed is there.
He finishes them off. There's the BKB queued up as well. Definitely going for that 20-minute-ish timing. But what's the chance here that Miracle goes for a BKB too? Is that a possibility? If you just have two BKB carries, your Razor and Medusa, and you run at them?
They have good frontliners and the save from Oracle, there's really no need for BKB. And there's no mana burn on their side, so he's pretty safe. He doesn't have to get BKB at all this game.
Has fallen. Dire's courier has been killed.
GH, leave them alone. These poor little couriers. Celery's trying to get around the corner, looking for the Sinister Gaze to cancel TP. I think GH might be done for. Oh, he gets off. What's that clumsy? Oh, that's clumsy net from Lesh. Okay, that opens up the Sinister Gaze. Tries to go for the stun. GH gets a curious snipe and he forces two heroes to chase him, but in the end, it will be a continuation of that streak for Shad. We really haven't seen Boom have a game here, have we? This Huskar, 6k net worth, now has the armlet, phase boots, triple bracer, working on the halberd. Usually Huskar is this, you know, flick the switch, I'm ready to go at a certain point, but it's been slow, kind of arduous work for him. It's been difficult to build up.
The thing about Huskar with neutral items as well is he doesn't necessarily need to snowball. That hero can farm pretty fast, even in the jungle. And oh, that's a big kill if they can get it.
It sure is. He's got Pipe, he's got 12-1. Mind Control, Flame Break does tick him off to the right-hand side, but they've got Toby with a Frost Shield, Lich helping out. In comes the False Promise. Mind Control kept alive by Kuro, but the lasso's there. Can they get some more heals into MC? Kuro, he's gone. GH with a good carapace, and MC still somehow alive. Allows the Slardar next to try and escape away, but they've got a Yules into a stun. Boom is there, and well, there goes GH. Absolutely, oh, good stun. Nice two-man impale. Opens up a Weehar with static legs for the Guardian Angel. Boom, TP's out. Toby, oh, he's been cancelled by the stun gate. Boom, he can't move. He's got no damage. Oh, he's absolutely done for. Celery comes in to try and help his buddies, but it's just save your buddy syndrome. Toby, nothing left to give. Chain Frost bouncing all the way around, and Batrider still here with a Lashrak. They want to continue fighting. Luckily for Viking, no more initiation available for Nigma, or else that could have been very easily a 5-man wipe.
Yeah, once Medusa shows up in the team fight and uses Mystic Stake once or twice, it feels like the fight just completely is over. And they were chasing for a really long time. The one item that might change things a little bit is having Halberd on the Huskar, but since he was not having that good of an early game, it's gonna be delayed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Man, Shad is all over the place.
Yeah, it's still wicked sick. MC and we both have to turn tail and run. They are creating a nice little zone here for Miracle to continue farming though, as the Dire reclaim their jungle at long last. 5k lead though for Nigma, closing in on that 20-minute mark where really we expect things to pick up even further for the Radiant side. BKB halfway there for we. Medusa, look, hey, Lacoste, Medusa still has that rapier queued up, you know?
He was passing the secret shop, had 3.8k gold and didn't buy it.
Oh, hello.
There's really no reason to go for it.
Mind Control's got a nice little crush in the middle of them all. Boom, dropping low, but it's got the disarm onto Wii. No more right clicks, no more damage, and Kuroki force bouncing himself, looking for the snipe of the Celery to get one more purifying flames to take out that poor little lich, but it is Viking on the rampage. They are looking forward for more targets. No lasso, but they've got a flame break and a sticky napalm up to 5-6 stacks. That is just utter decimation.
Straight into Roche. You have Huskar, you have Dragon Scale, so damage over time will be there. Let's see. He uses the life break. Buyback. We've seen this before in game number 1.
And Mind Control, he'll get a freebie. Aaron gives his life. Roshan not very low here, so not really a great opportunity for Nigma to steal it. And Viking do bring their numbers around. They've got 4 heroes on this ramp. Coming down into the Roche pit again. They need to scout out. Are they inside? Oh, we got pushed out of the pit. That could have potentially been a go.
I'm just gonna pick up the bounties. Medusa's still 5.3k gold inside the bank. I mean, he can buy it. One of the reasons why he didn't buy any opponents, so they know he's gonna go for that Divine Rapier.
What are his actual other legit options?
Scotty, Butterfly.
Scotty, right?
Yeah. If you just want raw damage, you can get Daedalus, but I think getting that as third item gives you like more value once you get either Butterfly or Scotty. I mean, he might buy it. Let's see.
Oh, rapier!
This has to be one of the fastest rapiers ever purchased.
What the fuck? 21-minute rapier. He's going to go into BKB next, but here's the fight in the middle lane behind his tier 1. Mind Control sprinting forward, they're going to play him break back. Shad turns to look to battle with the Chain Frost bouncing into the creeps and over towards Wii. A good Stone Gaze, forcing Boom and Toby back.
She has a rapier!
Disengage. Guys, the Medusa has a rapier. Run away! Get out of here! Miracle's just hunting them. Hunting them. I guess Rapier now with True Strike, your attacks cannot miss. He doesn't care about evasion from Halberd or anything.
Alright, straight into Roche pit. Corrosive Haze on Roche with that old extra damage.
Where's Razor now, Sam? Okay, he's nearly... Oh, hello. Lasso to the core. Next assassin. He does have Carapace, and he's got a lot of HP to work with here, so turns and runs as Batrider's initiation comes to naught. Huskar will jump him, though, next with a good 3-man stun to really lock down Roshan for this Rapier Medusa, who shreds the Batrider in a couple of clicks, and Mind Control desperate to catch the Huskar. He has the Omni healing and buffing, but the right-click damage is just too much to work up against, and another stun comes out from Nigma to stop the Toby Omni from retreating. 3 heroes down, and this Medusa Rapier with Aegis ready just seems unstoppable at this point.
500 damage with the split shot. Alright, they're just gonna try to end the game here.
Well, Wee dies back at base. Shad and Celery somehow catch the Razor all the way back there, but wait, where are they going for tier 4? Fucking throne! What? What is happening? Yeah, they're like, hang on a second, let's just finish off get the barracks, get the buildings first, we'll work it slowly but surely. Heals into stun. Shad sets it up. Carapace, beautifully done from GH. Can he get the secondary stun? Not quite there with the Impale. But there's a full lane. 23 minutes in. By Rapier. Kill buildings.
Couple of napalm stick charges, but she's just gonna stand her ground. Also, Stone Gaze is available.
Like, how... You can't initiate on this Medusa. Miracle stands forward, has Aegis Rapier. You can't go past her, you can't go through her, you can't go on her. What do you have left? Look at that, she hits once. Like 10% of Shad and Aramis's HP goes. Another Carapace onto that split earth. Wonderfully done by GH. MVP so far on his next, but the Chain Frost bouncing in is well placed and well timed. But the Fate's Edict, Magic Community for Mind Control is beautiful. Shad is deep in behind enemy lines, but Toby!
Oh my god, that damage!
Miracle, Mystic Snake, and a couple of clicks. That is it for you. No TP cancel for Wii. This is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Huskar doesn't even have Halberd yet. He doesn't have a way to stop this. Look at the concave. The concave from Nigma is here. They've got 4 heroes all surrounding the Medusa, who is frontlining, and there is like no entry point at all for Viking. Okay, you stun the Medusa. Full mana yet again from Mystic Snake. Congrats. Now what? Another Mystic Snake? Oh, don't mind if I do. I'll go back up to full mana again, and you've wasted all your bloody spells. Lich, dead. Medusa, very, very strong. Huskar, static link up on him. I don't know what Boom can do apart from run and hide, because Miracle is about to dive into your fountain. Shad is an inch away from death, stunned, but Guardian Angel at the same time. So the physical damage will be mitigated and stopped for now. They've stunned up Boom. He's going to run back into fountain, but he's going to just get right-click to the triple-killing monster machine that is Miracle, mashing into the Viking heroes. GG is called. Give him a rampage, guys. Come out of your fountain and give the Rapier Medusa the rampage that she deserves. No? Okay, just give the game then.
This has to be one of the weirdest games that I've seen lately. And is Knoxville home?
Yes, he is.
Ask him about the Rapier on Medusa. Like, this has to be one of the fastest one for sure.
Was it 21 minutes and 20 seconds? That was
1 minute something, yeah.
That's some